Cut out the jibber jabber. Don't be babbling like a fool. Say what you got to say. That's all. Then shut your dang pie hole.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. It is April 1st, but this is not, I repeat, not an April Fool's joke. How many times do we have to say it? How many times do you and I have to get up and see what's going on? And why hasn't the world learned, paid attention, taken action? This is what happens, folks. Every time an empire grows and the powerful become too powerful, they lose their shackles, their restraints, and then they lose their minds on us. This is no joke, folks. The New World Order, right? George H.W. Bush, president back in the 90s, loved giving his New World Order speeches. Well, here we are. Here we are, folks. We're going to reap the whirlwind on this. Now, they're in Abu Dhabi, right, which is over there in the Middle East, far, far away, the other side of the planet from where we are in the sunlight. There's a World Government Summit. Doesn't that sound like a nice thing? World Government Summit. Well, it's not being attended by Joe Biden and Vladimir Putin and Boris Johnson and Justin Trudeau. No, it's World Government Summit, and it's being attended by business leaders. Let me teach you, or I'm sorry, there's no need to teach here. We're just going to talk. Right? There is a woman, a former government official under the Bush administration, the second Bush, George W. Bush, president during the, shall we say, Twin Towers incident. And her name is Pippa Malmgren. And she was in Abu Dhabi at the World Government Summit. And this is what she has to say. Are you ready? Again, folks, this is not an April Fool's joke. She says, quote, and folks, really, I'm about satire. I love humor, but this is no joke. She said, Pippa Malmgren, quote, we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we are about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having an almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. End quote. Thank you, Pippa. Is that Peppa Pig? Pippa Pig? No, folks. It is a speaker at the World Government Summit. They want clarity, really. An almost perfect record of every single transaction. How can a record be imperfect if it's stored 100% on blockchain, every single transaction ever, so that every digital dollar or unit is measured and we know where it came from and who it went to and where it came from and who it went to and where it came from and who it went to and where it came from and who it went to. You get it? How can that be not perfect? Pippa? No. It is going to be a record, a perfect record of every single thing we transact. Let me remind you, if they have the control to know who is doing what with whom and where, then they also have the control to turn it on and off and to punish you for not being a good citizen. Hello, New World Order. Oh yeah, blockchain. When I first started talking about blockchain technology, I reminded everybody that slaves wear chains, and slaves are traded, sold on a auction block, on the block, where everyone can see. That's right, folks. Blockchain is where they can see everything about you, and they've got us in chains. Unbelievable. Thank you. Thank you, Pippa. You are wonderful. Well, who else was there? Who else was at the World Government Summit? Well, practically giddy as a schoolgirl. Klaus Schwab was there in Abu Dhabi, and he's the founder of the World Economic Forum. So, world economics and world government. Yes, Klaus is not a government member, folks. He is another oligarch. Right? This is what he had to say. This week he warned of global cyber attacks and worldwide disruptions with food and energy systems. Quote of Klaus: "History is truly at a turning point. We do not yet know the full extent and the systemic structural changes which will happen. However, we do know that global energy systems, food systems, and supply chains will be deeply affected. Schwab said, right? Talking about the consequences of Cerveza bug and all associated stupidity, along with the dangers of climate change and clashing world governments. Boy, maybe we should just let the business guys run all of the countries and have no more governments, have no more elected officials. That's right. It should all be run by their computers that they program. That way we remove the human error, right? Doesn't that just sound great? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, getting rid of the human error, the scum, the corruption, and everything else sounds great. Getting rid of elected officials lying and stealing and cheating. But then we move into the world of business where they also love to lie, cheat, and steal when they're not regulated and restrained. So, Klaus Schwab said the answer to the global food and energy crisis, not to mention climate change and pandemics, he said it's to expand government power. Now, wait a minute. I thought governments clash with each other and cause war. Now he wants to expand government power? You bet he does, folks. Right? Who would have guessed that these scumbag carpetbagger clowns, business clowns, powerful though, would want this to happen, would want to see a historic turning point, that they would want to see systemic structural changes. Right? Oh, yeah. Meetings in the past. This is how we would have guessed, and we have talked about it. And now we're seeing it come to pass in an accelerating manner. Remember, they came to meetings to discuss pandemics, power, currency, sovereignty, national borders, culture, history, everything, education. They sat down and had these discussions as the future rulers of us, the technocrats. And we, folks, are their subjects, the owners of nothing, and will be happy about it. That's right. It's no joke, folks. It's not April Fool's, not in this video. Right? Not in this video. It's real. These people really are doing exactly what they said. Now, he did make one key point. We do not yet know the full extent of the systemic structural changes which will happen. Right. That means it's not a done deal. That means there could be things that stop them, interrupt them, change the way they do things. It's up to us to resist this new world order and the World Economic Forum coming to a country near you. Right? Will you submit? Hey, chance favors the prepared mind, folks, are you. In order to get their changes, they need crisis and they need chaos, because out of chaos comes their new world order. It truly is, folks. So you need to be prepared for that chaos. Spread the word on this video, on all videos. Get prepared, because once it starts, or I should say it's already started, and once it gets very bad, when you're in the thick of it, there won't be time or resources available for any of us. So please get prepared now. Go to the club, thepreparedmind.club. Thank you for sponsoring and joining us on patreon.com so we can continue to do this job. And thank you again, Jolene, for all you do behind the scenes for everybody here, making sure these broadcasts get out in a timely manner and making sure we're available all over the internet. Godspeed, Semper Fi.